Good morning. It is hard to believe it is the 1st of December. They say time is relative, and it can certainly seem that way as Christmas approaches. To a busy parent with presents to wrap, cards to send, meal to prepare, and spare batteries to remember to buy, time seems to fly. There isn't enough of it, and there is simply too much to do. But to a child, the days of December seem the longest of the whole year. They pass more slowly than the last few miles of a tedious journey. No wonder C.S. Lewis's description of Narnia as a land where it was always winter, but never Christmas. It resonates with children. They do not need to go through the back of the wardrobe to feel that. All you need to do is turn the calendar to the month of December. Today's children are not the first to think that Christmas can't come soon enough. Indeed, that was the feeling of generations of Old Testament believers, a feeling picked up by the words of Charles Wesley's hymn, "Hark, the herald angels sing. Late in time behold him come, offspring of the Virgin's womb." For a first glimpse of the promise of the first coming of Christ. Was Jesus also late? No, Wesley did not mean that Jesus came at the wrong time. But since God's people have been hoping for his coming ever since the divine proclamation in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. "I will make you and your brood enemies of the woman and all her children. The woman's child will stomp your head, and you will strike his heel. I will make you and your brood enemies." In February of 1963, C.S. Lewis, writing in another one of his books, Christian Reflections, talks about letting yourself be found. If God, such a God as any adult religion believes in, exists, mere movement in space will never bring you any nearer to him or any further away from him than you are at this very moment. You can neither reach him nor avoid him by traveling to Alpha Centauri or even one of the other galaxies. A fish is no more, no less, in the sea after it has swum 1,000 miles than it was when it set out. Now, then it may be asked, how can we either reach or avoid him? In our own time and place, avoiding God is extremely easy. Avoid silence, avoid solitude, avoid any train of thought that leads off the beaten track. Concentrate on money, status, health, and above all, your own grievances. Keep the radio on, live in a crowd. If you must read books, select them very carefully. But you'd be safer to stick to the papers. You'll find the advertisements helpful, especially those with a snobbish appeal. About the reaching, I am a far less reliable guide. This is because I have never had the experience of looking for God. It was the other way around. He was the hunter, so it seemed to me, and I was the deer. Space travel recently had nothing to do with the matter. To some, God is discoverable everywhere, to others, nowhere. Those who do not find him on earth are unlikely to find him in space. Hang it all, we're in space already. Every year we go through a great circular tour in space. Send a saint up in a spaceship and he'll find God in space. As he found God on earth, much depends on the seeing eye. If we are Christians, we know and are known by God, who created the universe and have many reasons to give him thanks. On a cautionary note, however, Lewis's insight to how easy it is to avoid God is applicable to Christians as well as non-believers. Christians can avoid God by living their lives concentrating on money, status, and the like, and consequently remain spiritually immature and experience little of the transforming power of Christ. Let's keep our focus on Jesus as Lord and Savior and pursue a life of holiness and righteousness. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.